Good morning, friends. This is a talk on molecular hydrogen, a new miracle in modern medicine. Molecular hydrogen H2, that is two atoms of hydrogen, has very recently been recognized as a potential novel therapeutic agent in biomedicine. Molecular medicine has shown improved clinical endpoints and surrogate markers in several clinical trials. It has also been found to be a very strong anti-inflammatory and a powerful antioxidant, outperforming very high doses of vitamin C, other water-soluble vitamins, or glutathione. 8 hours of hydrogen inhalation outperformed the antioxidative effects of 2 grams of vitamin C and 2 grams of glutathione administered intravenously in clinical studies in Belgrade. Hydrogen inhalation was also found very effective in hepatic health, pancreas stimulation, and diabetes reversal. You can see the hydrogen machine, an inhalation tube, hydrogen bubbling out on the H2 output, and how I am testing the machine and inhaling hydrogen. Hydrogen is colorless, odorless, and tasteless. The machine is showing a 99% hydrogen output and is being inhaled by a patient for therapeutic purposes in this short video. In a published Japanese study, it was found that diabetic patients inhaling 8 hours of hydrogen every night reduced their HbA1c levels by a minimum 2 points in 4 months of inhalation. Numerous clinical studies the world over have found hydrogen very beneficial in wide range of conditions, from severe hypertension to post-malignancy chemotoxicity. We can see a video chat from Dr. Katole, and the bottom line says, my BP on monitor was 141/92 before hydrogen infusion and nutraceuticals. Yesterday night, he did his nutraceuticals. In the morning, I played a cricket for 1 hour, and even after that, my BP was 117/75. This is a video he sent me. You can see an orthopedic surgeon taking an IV infusion of hydrogen and nutraceuticals. From the hydrogen generator machine, hydrogen is bubbled into saline with nutraceuticals, and you can see the micro bubbles in the bulb. The BP monitor on the other side clearly shows that his blood pressure is 146/97 millimeters of mercury at the time of his hydrogen infusion. This is a reading next morning which shows 115/75. So next evening, 9:36 p.m. What is hydrogen generator and how does it work? A hydrogen generator is a machine in which distilled water is passed through various levels of filters to separate oxygen and hydrogen in a gaseous form. The chemical model is shown. From the water tank, there is a vent for oxygen out. The water comes down. It goes into an electrolysis chamber with an anode and cathode. The hydrogen alone mixed with oxygen as gas goes into the gas separator with multiple filters. Excess oxygen is vented out. The pure hydrogen is then regulated to the outflow so that a predetermined amount of hydrogen like 300 or 600 ml per minute can be pushed out of the machine. This is the heart of hydrogen machine. Multi-level titanium multi-membrane filter, initially made in Germany, now increasingly manufactured in other countries also. The complete procedure of manufacturing or production of hydrogen is a combination of electrolysis and pushing the gas through membranes. Finally, 99.99% purity, molecular hydrogen and oxygen are separated as individual gases. Twice the volume of hydrogen is produced as oxygen, and hence if a machine produces 600 ml per minute of hydrogen, 300 ml of oxygen is a byproduct. Hydrogen is the smallest molecule and so is separated by the last molecular filter. Oxygen is a larger molecule and so is separated by the last but one molecular filter. Thus, it is very important that the water used in the machine must not have any heavy molecules like chlorine, ozone, sodium, potassium, calcium, iron, etc. If any water except pure distilled ozone and chlorine free is used, the filters will clog and the machine will get damaged. To prevent that, there is a water quality sensor which will not allow the machine to work unless the water is of specified purity. Branded battery water, pure distilled TDS free, chlorine and ozone free is recommended. Please do not use mineral water or drinking water. This is the brand which I use. Exide deozonized TDS free zero conductivity water, which is very cheap and available at all battery shops and petrol pumps. IAOS has special medical grade hydrogen machines, CE certified for intravenous medical use, meaning currently the only machine available in India for IV infusion is an IAOS hydrogen generator. This is the IAOS hydrogen generator. This is a certification which can be verified on the internet. meaning strict quality controls have been taken to produce the machine. Initial results of IV infusion by the first 20 or 30 members who have used the IAOS machines are rather dramatic. You can see a message from one of the doctors. This is my real sister, 40 years female, suffering from chickenpox in 7 days. Hydrogen infusion and nutraticals given yesterday evening. See the effect overnight in one infusion only. You can see the right side of the face with a chickenpox on the recession face with all angry red lesions within 12 hours of IV hydrogen nutraticals. All the lesions have dried up. I studied the entire literature of hydrogen, and a PDF file of the same is also being given to the conference delegates and being shared on the WhatsApp group for those who have watched or watching this video. I studied the entire literature on hydrogen and found that despite lots of literature on hydrogen inhalation, there were no papers or studies in which IV hydrogen drips through antioxidant and nutraceutical drips, though antioxidant and nutraceutical drips alone were very popular abroad. You can see from one of the cards in a clinic in United Kingdom that IV drips start from 100 pounds to 800 pounds per session, and they have various formulae: hydration, B complex, glutathione, L-cysteine, vitamin C, and also have extra additions for the drips. Question was double fold. First part was, is it safe to bubble hydrogen into normal saline with or without antioxidants and infuse in the body? After all, a gas bubbles are going into the body intravenously. Would it cause any problems? Does bubble hydrogen diffuse or also dissolve in water or saline? Physics has an answer for solubility of hydrogen. Hydrogen does not or is not very highly soluble. 1 bar is atmospheric pressure. While we give or continuously bubble hydrogen into the bottle, the pressure will be about 1.2 bar. So, solubility of hydrogen in that normal saline is 7.8 in 10 to minus 4 milliosmol per liter. We all seen sports persons drink foamy water for performance enhancement. And the internet is full of hydrogen water machines, hydrogen water videos. There are a lot of commercial videos promoting hydrogen rich water for performance enhancement. This is a freshly diffused glass of water which is hydrogenated, and this is one of the companies that is selling high priced hydrogen machines for domestic use. So both inhalation of hydrogen and drinking of hydrogenated water have proven health benefits performance enhancement, and other unusual and usual benefits. The question that was nagging me was, why not IV bubbled hydrogen infusion? Unfortunately, before me, none had tried this in humans. Rat and rabbit experiments were also missing. Does this procedure cause any harmful effect like embolus, etc.? Can we combine IV antioxidants with hydrogen bubbling in saline? The only way was to test on myself. So, I got myself a hydrogen drip with nutraceuticals, and you can see the small micro bubbles traveling via the transfusion set into my body. The drip takes about 10 to 20 minutes to finish, and you can see the small bubbles which are getting into the drip set and going into my body. Then I tried the same on Chandraja and Arunima, the two scientific officers and guinea pigs of IAOS, and you can see the bubbling of micro bubbles of hydrogen into the saline mixed with nutraceuticals, which is entering the body intravenously into the patient. So, these experiments with profound benefits and no side effects was the genesis of intravenous molecular hydrogen therapy of the new medical molecule, which I would call a miracle molecule. Hydrogen. What is hydrogen? We have all learnt in school chemistry, but we have never experienced it. Hydrogen is the most abundant molecule in the universe. It is also the first element on periodic table, the lightest substance known to man, valency, where just two atoms join to form H2, which is the molecular hydrogen gas. Yet, hydrogen is not available in its molecular form on Earth. Hydrogen is the most powerful antioxidant known so far. Acting at a mitochondrial level, the antioxidant effect of hydrogen has been found to be age regressive, performance enhancing, useful in chronic obstructive pulmonary airways disease, cancers, allergies, and numerous other conditions. Mixed with water soluble vitamins, the new IAOS methodology is revolutionary in clinical practice. Pollutions, pesticides, contaminations, climate change, all of these cause oxidative stresses. Brain fog is affecting all of us. Vitamin C, vitamin B12, vitamin B1, vitamin B6 are all known to be antioxidants. Glutathione is another wonderful antioxidant molecule. However, hydrogen in molecular form is far more powerful antioxidant. Hydrogen can be inhaled, dissolved in drinking water, or diffused in saline to be given intravenously. That is what this talk is going to be teaching you. Combining antioxidants and hydrogen in an infusion is a new revolution in molecular medicine. And as described earlier, to produce a 99.99% pure hydrogen, a hydrogen generator is needed. Medical hydrogen generators were hitherto very expensive, costing 10 lakhs plus. Luckily, IAOS has been able to introduce certified qualified hydrogen generators for clinical applications. I acquired one recently, and after thorough review of literature, I got myself infused with an antioxidant cocktail. Subsequent steps show complete step-by-step video of antioxidant and hydrogen therapy. This is the complete IV nutraceuticals and hydrogen infusion procedure. We first take vitamin C, 2 grams. Then we take glutathione, 1.2 to 2 grams. Vitamin B complex, 1 ampule. And B12, 1 ampule. Under sterile precautions, all these are mixed and injected into the saline bottle. We avoid repeated change of needles or puncturing the tip of the plastic saline bottle. And unlike ozone, hydrogen does not react with plastic. However, hydrogen can escape through the plastic. We now push a normal saline infusion set. We allow the set to be primed. The second transfusion set is attached to the hydrogen machine. We bubble hydrogen through the bottle to prevent excess pressure building up in the bottle. 2 or 3 large needles are put for escape. Hydrogen continues to bubble as long as the transfusion happens. The right vein is identified. A very thin 23-22 gauge Venflon is put, which is pain free, and the drip is started. Procedure is extremely simple and takes about 20 minutes or less. Some people cover the bottle and the transfusion set with dark cloth to avoid hydrogen diffusion from the bottle, but I have never used that. Later, I experimented on intra-articular injections in osteoarthritis by combining ozone and hydrogen with excellent results. The next video I had posted on the YouTube has my face, but I have muted the audio and I am going to speak what is happening. Hydrozone in osteoarthritis of the knee joints. We all know the role of ozone in ONE, but hitherto hydrogen in ONE has not been either used or described in a video. The video, which is a teaching video posted on YouTube, highly popular, seen by a lot of orthopedic surgeons, talks about hydrozone in osteoarthritis of the knee. Irrespective of the radiological appearance of the arthritic knee, the patient approaches the treating surgeon with just one principal complaint, and that is pain. Pain. Patient does not say, look at my x-ray. Patient does not say, see how much damage is there on my MRI or how much my medial compartment is shrunk. Patient says, I have a painful knee. I am not able to walk a specific distance. Excessive production of reactive oxygen species amplifies the pro-inflammatory pathways and exacerbates the immune responses, which is a key factor in progression of osteoarthritis of the knee. This is an important slide. Therapeutic hydrogen gas with powerful antioxidative and anti-inflammatory effects has a great potential for alleviating osteoarthritis pain and makes the patient extremely comfortable and pain-free. This is a chemical drawing from a physiology textbook, and this is from an article about how molecular hydrogen injection into the joint works in osteoarthritis of the knee and how it pain relieves and delays progression. The commonly used anti-inflammatory, analgesic and joint functioning therapies and drugs in our clinical practice can only relieve over-relieved pain but do not modify the articular pathology, and long-term use of these are accompanied by serious side effects. I personally take monthly hydrogen and infusions, and my sugar and BP as I make this presentation are shown. There we go, we can see that today on Monday 27th, when I was recording this video before editing, my BP was 120/82 and my blood sugar after breakfast was 110. Indian Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons will soon introduce the book and course on molecular hydrogen therapy. Hydrogen and nutraceuticals infusions produce many wonders. Some explode, many unexplode. Drinking hydrogen water and inhaling hydrogen have proven benefits and is promoted commercially world over. Companies like Kangen Water sell cheap hydrogen machines at exorbitant prices. You can see the pricing of hydrogen water making machines. See, 5.7 lakhs, 2.6 lakhs, 10.63 lakhs. The numbers and the figures are mind-boggling, and general public are being exploited. From 8 lakhs to 57 lakhs, these machines are sold in the market. And unfortunately, none of these machines can be used intravenously with nutraceuticals. This very short video at the conclusion of the talk is showing the entire procedure of mixing nutraceuticals and hydrogen and bubbling it in my body during my routine monthly hydrogen therapy sessions. A saline bottle, 500 ml is taken. We need a 10 ml syringe. I am infusing 1.8 grams of glutathione. These packets come with 1.2 gram of glutathione with 1 gram of vitamin C. So here is a special water for injection that comes with the machine. A patient is already undergoing a hydrogen therapy on the other side. That is the glutathione freeze-dried solution. The same is mixed. Drawn into a syringe. We must ensure that there is no residue in the bottle. A pumping of a little air in the bottle helps to draw the entire amount of glutathione. This is pushed into the saline. The needle is left in the bottle because we do not want to make multiple pricks in the bottle. Another 1.2 or 600 mg of glutathione. 2 grams of glutathione are preferable normally. Even 2.4 or 2.2 grams of glutathione do not make much of a difference. Once the glutathione goes into the saline bottle, we mix 2 ampules of vitamin C, each 1 gram, so a total of 2 grams of soluble vitamin C are injected into the saline bottle. Now 1 ampule of vitamin B12 and 1 ampule of B1, B6, B12 or polybion or genobion are mixed into the bottle. The needle is removed, the bottle is shaken, and the system is ready for diffusion and perfusion. Hydrogen machine is connected, a vein is located, and the nutraceutical mixture is started. Hydrogen inflow into the bottle is checked. Hydrogen 99.99% is coming from the machine and it goes into the bottle. You can see the micro bubbles in the bulb as hydrogen diffuses into the bottle and goes into my hand. This procedure, done periodically or weekly, actually boosts energy levels. I have increased my walking distance from 8 kilometers to 12 kilometers after my hydrogen infusions. The next short video, which is self-explanatory, tells you about my altitude induced hypertension when I had been to a conference in Nepal. So there is some repetition. Molecular hydrogen is a new molecule, useful in a wide variety of conditions. Rheumatology found wonderful uses. Metabolic disorders, great uses. Combination of IV, vitamin C, hydrogen and inhalation can be beneficial even in cancers, malignancies and post-chemotherapeutic protocols. And of course, it is hypertension where intravenous hydrogen produces miracles, though numerous studies have been done in inhalation. IAOS and its core team of members led by me have been responsible for introducing intravenous hydrogen. How did I realize that I have hypertension at high altitude? I am not a normal hypertensive person, I was a normotensive person. So, my assistants recognized it after seeing my photograph for the conference. On the left is the first day of the conference with my face normal, and on the right is my photograph with my assistants with my face flushed tomato red. You can see my face is flushed tomato red. I recorded my blood pressure and I was in for a surprise. It was 163 by 98 and my pulse, which was normally 68, was 77. Instead of a morning walk, I went to ask my hospital, to have a hydrogen infusion along with nutraceuticals, because for me this seemed to be more important than my morning walk. And this video is dated about few months ago, immediately after the Pokhara conference, and you can see my face both in the video, and my face as I am taking the infusion is not as flushed. I am looking slimmer and I am looking more energetic. So from 163 by 98, by evening the BP came to at about 10:15 in the night, 144 by 90. Now after that I took daily BP recordings. No medications were taken. The watch shows the date and the time: 149, 137:88, 125 by 85, 103 by 69. That is how effective a single infusion of hydrogen was for me personally. From 163 over 100 to 103 by 69, I became normotensive after one single infusion. 60 mm systolic and 30 mm diastolic is rather unknown by any therapy. Take a screenshot of this. This is the combination blood pressure taken at the time of recording this video, which was again a few months earlier, was this. I am trying weekly hydrogen infusions in about 16 hypertensive patients, and the drugs are being rapidly reduced. So the take home messages from this talk: number one, hydrogen is yet to be discovered medical molecule, miracle molecule. Take home message 2, IV infusions produce dramatic results, superior to breathing, and is in shorter time. Take home message 3, numerous conditions can be treated with hydrogen, and we need much more research and studies on this aspect of this wonderful molecule. Take home message 4, around 36 therapists in India are using IAOS hydrogen machines and IV therapy presently. Results so far have been outstanding. All therapists are welcome to join us in the studies. Let us change history and leave footprints on the sands of time. As medical personnel, we owe this to your society. Thank you very much for listening patiently. And if you have any doubts, you can message me personally on WhatsApp. The number has been shared earlier in the slides. Thank you all very much for being with me for this wonderful talk.